was the first and only extra base hit until the home run by Candelario in the 9th inning. Manager, broadcaster, and pitcher Larry Durker will join us in the top of the 3rd. Luis Garcia in his young career, 3 seasons in. Tonight the Tigers have
miles an hour off that pitch compared to the cut fastball. That's a beautiful cutter right there for the swing and miss and the first strikeout of the game.
Mentioned the Astros come in a season high 4 games over 500. The top. The cutter against Baez could be a good weapon. It's never faced Javi Baez before, who takes one off the plate, 1-2. Until the trade deadline last year. That ball shot past the diving Yuli Gurriel into right field. Javi Baez has a base hit. That snaps an 0 for 12. And now the ball's thrown away. And Baez will get to second base.
Do it in the front yard.
This ball hit on the right side, and there's Yuli Gurriel to make the play. On the play, Baez moves over to third. Candelario with a 5-game hitting, picking it up lately. There's a called strike. So Cabrera slots up one. Ground ball. Luis Garcia has it, and he will underhand it to Yuli Gurriel to end the inning. A single. First pitch is a breaking ball in there for a strike. Season. That one in the air the other way, and that'll drop in front of Michael Brantley for a base hit. So Castro with a leadoff hit here for the Tigers in the 2nd inning. Scopes always fared well against the Astros here at Minute Maid Park, no matter what uniform he's been in, a Tigers uniform or an Orioles uniform. Pitch down, 2-0. A day off on Monday, their only day off in the span of 34 days. Scope misses a fastball, it's 2-1. Misses with the fastball, 3-1. Trip. Ever since Javier joined the rotation. That is down, ball 4. So first, switch hitters. Ground ball towards Yuli. He gloves it. He will race to the bag himself. Both runners move up a bag. Down and in, ball 1. There's a strike. Full plate umpire tonight, John Libka. Adrian Johnson's the crew chief. And he puts the ball on the ground, accomplishes what he wanted to do, and that's get the run home with the infield in. Little tapper right back to Luis. He will run it to the bag himself and underhand toss it to Yuli for the final out.
Tonight, you know, after a week of hard work.
How was it out there throwing out that?
In every way, the way he carries himself, what he achieves as a player, as a manager. And I'm happy for him. You know, he's going to became really good friends. And Ralph has made his home here in Houston. So I see him occasionally at different things. I thought I did pretty well against others that I felt like really killed me. And he was probably somewhere in between. I read something where he hit 3 home runs.
Astros in 1965 and 13 seasons later. You finished off your career with the Cardinals, but you've been such an integral
with the Cardinals, and then one more year out of baseball until retirement, which is 3 or 4 years ago. So yeah, played the whole year on a team that was an expansion team. and wasn't expected to win.
Cool trip down memory lane for a lot of fans that must stop you and say, I remember you either as a player, for some of those people who have been around a little longer, or as a broadcaster or manager. A lot of great memories.
Yeah, when I meet somebody, I can pretty well tell. No, it started when I didn't even have a Hawaiian shirt.
Excuse me?
You were in
got
Miami.
2 outs in this inning?
No.
You know, if you're Terry Collins, you can't make the team win.
Bregman bobbles what could have been at least 1 out.
Been pretty successful, but now the school is going to use that property to build buildings, and we need to get new fields next.
That is awesome.
How about this guy, Miguel Cabrera?
Oh, gosh, what a player.
He sends one to center field. Chas McCormick lines it up. Both runners are tagging. McCormick's throw comes to second, and Baez gets in there. So Grossman advances. And 1 out when Tucker Barnhart grounded one to Yuli Gurriel. I'll let you put your manager's hat on here, Dirk. When did, early?
Great. And if I'm pitching, I'm hoping to strike the guy out. But, if it's 1 run, that's okay. So I wasn't going to play for 1 run, bunt or give, that sort of thing.
Ground ball, Pena to his left with a shattered barrel, makes the play on Candelario. Grossman cross.
Hunsaker to trade for you.
He waited until you left to trade for him.
I know, and then I saw him the next year, and I said, I'm glad you finally got Jeff Blum. And he said, well, and play short, in a pinch, where you could get a guy up the next day or something like that. Yeah, I felt like upper deck home runs in other ballparks, and I'm seeing upper deck home runs in the Astrodome. I don't think any of them were that far in left center in the dome.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Left center.
That we can get you.
Force you to do is pitch strategically, pitch around some guys that when there's a guy.
Error in this inning, and the Tigers have manufactured a run. Called third strike, outside corner. Castro spins the bat away.
He said that 5 starts in or so for all of these guys. He goes back to the shortened spring training. We've heard the hitters talk about. They just now are.
Guys will have about a week now in between starts. Garcia will start tonight, and then he'll start again next Friday when the teams of rest coming off this start. One foul back, it's 1-2. Speaking of not in there tonight, he is day-to-day, but hopefully he'll be okay when the Astros get there coming up on Tuesday. There is Jeremy Pena making the play on Jonathan Scope. His first time up. Swings and misses. Walk was followed up by an error. This one off the plate, 1-1. Castro fouls one away, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Luis Garcia picks up a strikeout. And a strikeout number. Right in sync as he delivers the rock the baby delivery to Tucker Barnhart. We're going to see it again. The kid. 0-1 the count to Tucker Barnhart. Takes a called strike. It's 0-2. We have a lot of fans.
Strong Astro connection right there for that young man.
Up and in, 1-2. Feels comfortable as this ball sent towards Jose Altuve, who makes the play in shallow right field. And there's a 1-2-3 inning. There's a called strike to Baddoo. Kind of came out of nowhere to start for a team early in the season. Did a lot of his damage against the Astros. 450-foot shot against Zach Greinke. This ball grounded foul, but due down to the count 0-2.
Yeah, he did a good job of making this place look small. You know what's crazy about the last 2 seasons is I don't remember a lot of road games.
Swing and a miss.
Quite the day. I need you to tell me the story. You met Chas McCormick today? Where did you meet him?
He did.
He said he'd hit a home. He said he was going to hit a home run for you, and then he actually hit a home run for you. So how did that feel?
It felt pretty good.
Did he remember? Excellent seats, Danny, my friend. These are really good seats. I want to thank you for the invite to these seats. All right, guys, that is the coolest thing ever. Chas McCormick.
Good for young Danny and good for Chas. That's a good combination. There's a called strike, 0-1. Baez has singled and reached on an error, 1 for 2, and now he chases the cutter, and the count's 0-2. You had the 4-3 in the back pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I just hold up. I would hold up the 4 and the 3, and I'd be like, "That was for you, kid."
Nine outs in a row. And he does. Gets him with the cutter. Baez trying to flip the ball out of Martin Maldonado's glove and joking. And now Luis Garcia facing a guy he idolized growing up. Kind of a cool moment.
It's an extremely cool moment. If you play the game of baseball and you idolize a player is able to stay in the game long enough for you to be able to share that field with them, there ain't nothing like it. And then to get the
Garcia's got Cabrera down 0-2, and he tries to get him to chase that cutter. The cutter's been a big. And there is another one. Garcia with 4. Candelario. Candelario takes a curveball for a strike, 0-1. At that point, 2 outs in the 3rd inning. So 1 strikeout of the first 8 outs. A little bit down with the fastball, 1-2. Obviously, it's been more effective to righty hitters as he drops in the cutter here to a lefty hitter. Oval Park. 8's a season high for him as he misses in with the changeup. Harold Castro, the batter. Castro sends one to center field. Chas McCormick drifts back a couple of steps and puts it away. 12 in a row. Willie Castro and Tucker Barnhart here in the 7th inning. First pitch, a little pop-up. Jose Altuve backs up and puts it away. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's as efficient as you can be. Throw sent down by Luis Garcia. Pitch down and in for a ball. 3rd. Off the plate, 2-0. There's Maton warming up. Not too many times as Garcia, but a little bit low, 3-1. Swing and a pop-up. Long run Brantley. Long run Bregman. Here comes Pena. Brantley calls everyone off and puts it away for out number. Swing and a foul. Showed you before the game Luis Garcia, whose strike zone percent averaging around 13.5. And he's ahead 0-2 on Tucker Barnhart. He got him.
Yes.
A brilliant outing by Luis Garcia. Matches it.